Hello, powerful one. Welcome to this edition of Inner Growth to Says Hananaye. Today, let us talk more about memory. Just a little bit more. What is memory? We can look at memory as a record of past experiences of existence. Now, existence has various facets, and every single facet of existence has a memory attached to it. A memory that functions as a program that activates it in the human being, that perpetuates it in the human being. Memories are created through the process of habituation, and that kind of memory is actually called active memory. They are memories that are put into use over a period of time that are considered to be relevant to the present moment. We are not talking textbook right now. We are talking practical experience, something that you can relate with so easily. Now, I'm sitting on this chair. I'm able to stay okay, seated, erect, without rolling off, because I have practiced this over a period of time and it has activated itself into active memory. I can then use it subconsciously. So sitting down becomes a program. Every instance of memory is actually a datum. That datum has been stored in your memory bank. You can recall them without really some serious emotions attached to them. But at the time an emotion is attached to them, then it becomes a program. Now, there are emotions that are so powerful that you don't even feel them. They are the background working actively. You just think that you are thinking consciously. You think that you are thinking logically, but you are not. It is the memory that has become a program that is running the affair, not you. Now, every single action we have carried out at some point were snapshots of facets that were brought together to form that memory. Every phase, every segment of that action has been arduously, meticulously brought together, details for details. It's stored in you. The thing is that whatever you are used to right now, that you are doing right now, is a past memory running. The moment that thing is superseded by another set of actions, another set of experience for over a period of time without you touching the current one that you are running now, at that time you are learning, you are operating a new one, you will forget that current old memory. Look at it this way. We can walk. We have learnt it from childhood. We know how to walk. If, for instance, something happens that prevents us from walking for, say, 4 months, we've been unable to exercise our walking ability. The memory is held back with its heaviness. We started lying down and being carried about everywhere, either as a result of an illness or some injuries to our legs. What happens is that at the time we come out of that experience and we try to go back to the same old way of walking, thinking we know it, we won't be able to walk. We have to now learn. And how do we learn? That thing called learning, what does it mean? It simply means habituation. That is, it's a process of creating a habit. And the process of creating a habit is repetition. You keep repeating every single detailed aspect of that action. You learn it step by step, bit by bit, phase by phase, as if you were a newborn baby. Begin to practice it before you are now able to walk effectively again. When it has hit that number of exercising which your mind requires to plug it in as a program, it is plugged in as a program. You can wake up from sleep and just start walking. There are even people who, when they are deep in sleep, they are walking all over the place. It means that the subconscious has taken it over. Now, when the subconscious takes over a memory, it becomes a program. And that program is not logical, okay? It is purely emotional. This is now what I want to tell you. That emotional memory can be positive, it can be negative, which means if it's positive, it is empowering. It is in line, or at least closely aligned with your human truth and realities. That's okay. But when it is negative, it means that it is negating your human truth or something closely aligned with your human truth. Now, what are you exactly experiencing in life right now? You must know that it is a set of memories responsible. There is a habit for attracting abundance, and there is a habit for attracting lack. Now, all these habits are created in us bit by bit without us being conscious of what we are acquiring. All right? Something happens to you that is not normal from the normal occurrences that has been happening to you. This thing occurs, you note it and move on, especially those things that are occurring to shake the foundation of your person. So whatever experience that you are having today is a product of repeated tiny experiences of that event that have now become a program that is running you. People will look at you and they will say, that guy, that's who he is. Now, when they are saying that is who he is, they are recalling a set of memories that they have recorded about you. And then they are saying it and they are calling it you. But what they don't understand is that you are different from your memory generator. You are different from your memories. Your memories are recorded experiences loaded into a segment of your mind, which virtually all your cells have a record of, and they know how to respond to it when you activate that particular process that brings about that particular action. Now, what is that life that you are living right now? It doesn't matter what that life is. Remember that that life is a memory, and you can unlearn a memory. You can grow above a memory, or you can grow out of a memory. Just as somebody who used to walk and can no longer walk has outgrown by experiences the act of walking. The only way the person can get it back is to practice over a period of time to be able to walk again. All the habits that you have, they are the ones that have created the life you have right now. For you to be able to change that life, you don't have to go back and start unlearning old habits. You have to learn consciously new habits. And these new habits, when focused upon, when consciously applied every single moment, every single day, what then happens is that there are new neural pathways created in the physicality of your being, which is the brain. Then that neural pathway is created, and then it is signaled to your mind that this is the new habit that we now want. So any habit that is opposed to that particular new habit that you have created, mind will deactivate it and then replace it with these new habits. And then that is why somebody who used to walk, have not walked for a period of time, can no longer walk, because a new program of lying down, of sitting down, has replaced it. Now, because of this memory, the ability to acquire memory and the ability to forget memories reveals that we are beings that are subject to renewal. That is to say, we can take away something that is actively dominant in our lives today and replace it with something that has never been there before. When we replace that, what we know and took for granted will be gone. Just as you can learn how to drive, you can learn how to cycle, you can learn how to ride, you can learn how to actually drive a horse while sitting on it, which is riding a horse. So also can you learn new habits. Now, you see that lifestyle that you are experiencing right now is a product of this system of habituation. So if you are having an experience of life that is not okay by you, you understand how to deal with it. You have to create a new way. You have to create new habits that can replace the old habits that generated that. But the question now is that, let's go to the oracle. How do we know the right habits that would give us that particular lifestyle that we want? Well, Won't we be discussing that in this video when we come back from this break? I am Usezwa Anthony Elimihe. You know me, I am in the game of helping you grow from inside out. That is the dream. You're welcome back. Yes, there are two questions. One, how do we create new habits? Two, how do we know the habits that will bring about a new life? Good. To create a habit, we have to repeat certain set of action, certain set of routine over a period of time. So some have said 28 days, some have said 3 months, some have said whatever, 21 days. But the thing is this, something is common with all of them. You need to consistently practice a routine over a period of time for it to become a habit. What you require to create a habit is willpower, which makes us to be consistent and focused on that thing that we are learning and converting into a habit. Willpower can break over time, but there is something else that can help your willpower to stay focused, to stay on. It is what you might call foresight of possibilities. When you focus on the benefits of the life that you are trying to create through the habits, that vision of that life will give the emotional push to keep doing that thing. You really have to want that thing badly enough for you to be able to use willpower to fight. But you see, it has also been said through the epigenetic control system, which states that you really don't have to apply habits over a long period of time. What you need to do is to still use consistency, but select a magical moment of your day to rehearse those things. And what are those magical moments? They refer to it as the period in which you are dozing, when you are about sliding into sleep. And then you have the period when you are just waking up. First few minutes of waking up and the last few minutes of when you are about sleeping, they are moments in which your subconscious gateway is open. And then whatever you're doing at that time will stick. Now, remember that when you are about dozing off or when you are just waking up, you won't be able to do any action. So what exactly are you going to be doing? You now begin to say things. Now, when you are saying things, you are etching them into your subconscious for your subconscious to take and run with. What are these things? Now, how about this? If you are going through lack, you are going through difficulties, and as you are about sleeping, dozing, you start saying these things to yourself, maybe silently or outwardly. Let's assume you need to create new habits that can help you live a healthy life so that you can destroy the possibilities of the ailment in your body. You intend to stay healthy. You see, you are not able to do it because you have this appetite for sweet things. You have appetite for junk food. You have appetite for fried food. And then you want to change these things. Now remember one thing, that junk food is not sweeter than organic food. Fried food is not necessarily sweeter than cooked or boiled food. But because you have practiced them over a period of time, it has gone into your subconscious as the ideal way to eat, as the best food. Now you need to now bring back that possibility, that is etching this idea of healthy eating as the best way to eat. There's something I want you to also know, that the mind does not know the difference between the future, the past, and the present. That's the subconscious mind does not know the difference. The subconscious mind is more aware of now than any other time. Okay, but in responding to now, it has to collect data from its past. We are the ones calling those data from the past. We are the ones seeing it as in the past. But those data that the mind is using are with him. Let me ask you, the clothes you are wearing now, do you consider them as past? The clothes, the accessories, the shoes you are putting on right now, are they past? Well, logically speaking, they were bought sometimes in the past. That's why you are having them on right now. But when you are having them on, you don't see them as past. You see them as now. So your subconscious mind is holding these assets in the now. But you are aware that they are in the past. The assets that a human being has are not past to the human being. They are present with that human being. It is when the human being loses the asset that they become past. It is when the human being craves the asset because the human being hasn't got them now that they become future. But when you have the assets with you, though you acquire them in the past, they are now. Therefore, those habits, those things, as far as the mind is concerned, are now. So the experiences of your past, they are emotions. They are things that the subconscious clothes itself on. The ego dresses with. They are the ego's paraphernalia. They are in the bag on his shoulder. The bag is holding from the top of its head to its toes. He's wearing all of them. They are in his wardrobe. He knows where they are everywhere. So when you say that you choose a life of health, a life of comfort, a life of ease, a life of ability, a life of possibilities, that is it. I welcome all the habits that will generate this life of peace, comfort, ease for me. When you are saying that, what you are actually telling mind at that point when you are dozing off is that this current life you are living, you are asking for something opposite to it. You want to change it. But of course, the subconscious mind will not just respond to you on the spot when you are saying those things. But as you are saying them, they are going into the subconscious gateway and they are settling down, first of all, as data. But now they are not reasoned data. You are reasoning it as you are saying them. Conscious mind is picking them as they are flowing in. In the morning, as you are waking up first thing in the morning, you go back to it again. You say them. You may not say them in the exact same words, but it's the same thing. What was that? A life of comfort, a life of ease, a life of possibilities. Okay? You are open to the habits, to the traits that will bring them to pass. You repeat it. Within a short period of time, you will see your taste changing. But the question you will now be asking me is that how does the mind know that this is the habit that I'm looking for? But you have said a life of ease. What brings a life of ease? A life of comfort, a life of health to you. Mind knows. Mind has been around for so long. Therefore, it knows a lot that you can't imagine. There is no experience that has happened in this life that is not stored in memory somewhere. So mind will go for it and exhume those memories and bring them to you and begin to put them in place for you. You will wake up one day and realize that you don't like fried food anymore. You will wake up one day and realize that you want to be doing exercises. Okay? You wake up one day and realize that you want to take a walk. You start doing it. As you are doing it, your body, of course, is going to be cranked because it's not used to this. You are putting so much exertion on the body. The body will protest. But at this point, something has happened that is going to favor you. You have an emotional attachment to these new actions because they are in your subconscious already registered. And because your body is the manifestation, is the outer manifestation of the subconscious mind, it will easily adapt to it. So willpower does not come in here. Where willpower works for you is when you are about sleeping, you force your mind to recite those mantra, those thoughts that you want to activate in the form of a program. And when you are waking up, you need the same willpower to bring it back and do it. Remembering to say these things. That is what works. The alternative is use willpower on the altar and say, instead of eating fried food, you choose to eat boiled food, cooked food, roasted food, baked food if you like. You eat them. Yes, when you are eating them, it's not sweet yet because your taste bud have to be inducted into the new taste. So you keep repeating it. After some days, your taste bud gets used to it again, and then it has become a program, and then you're no longer interested in fried food. It is the same way that happens to the soda that you are drinking. You wake up and realize that you stop. Either you stop it through that process of subconscious habituation of using the theta brainwave mode as you are dozing up, all of that, or you give up soda and use something else to replace it. That's why you see they have fizzy water all over the place that you will now buy to drink. It still gives you the feel of drinking soda, but it's not soda, it's water that has nitrogen, whatever it is that they pump into it, gas, and you drink it. After a while, your system gets used to that, and that is it for you. So every lifestyle that you are experiencing right now that you do not want can be ended by one, willpower through conscious habituation, all right, repetition over time. And the second one is through corridor of the theta brainwave movements, which is what happens when you are losing. Like right now, I'm talking to you, I'm almost half asleep. Okay, that's what happens. When you repeat something over and over again, within a period of time, it becomes second nature. Now, there is the 10,000 hour, let's not go into the 10,000 hour kind of thing, where you have to do something over a period of 10,000 hours to be able to become an adept. That's not what we are talking about. We're not talking about this. We're not talking about mastery over things. We are talking about changing of your habits, of your way of life. You don't need 10,000 hours. All right? You need a few hours, maybe 30 hours or less to create that thing. So all of these things I'm saying to you boils down to just one thing. Whatever life you are experiencing now was created by habits at some point in your past. And it can also be changed by newer habits. You don't have to know the habits exactly, but you have to understand what the habits will bring to pass in your life, and then say, I am open to the habit that bring this thing to pass in my life. That's all. Is that simple? Okay? The reason this thing is going to work is, one, mind knows the habits that will bring about that lifestyle that you're asking for. That's number one. The second thing is that you, by design, we are meant to consistently alter your life experiences. There is no life experience that was created for you. None. Every life experience is a product of habits. That habit may have been built into you by your parents as you were growing up with them. Others you developed yourself. Others you got from people you have value for. People of immense influence in your life. They rubbed it off you and you picked it. This is how it goes. You were influenced into them. But now, what we are saying to you is that you can break off from the influences of your past and begin to be the influencer of your system. That's what it's all about. Influence your system to wake up to the realities of life as you now want it. That's all. So put it into practice. All we are saying to you here now is that do not feel tied. Do not feel chained to any life experience you are having now. If you are going in and out of sicknesses, you can change it with this system. Change the lifestyle that generated that sickness. The sickness will go. If you are going in and out of debts, change the lifestyle that generated that experience, and the experience will go. All of these things are just there. It's left for you to put into practice. And I pray the Almighty grants you the courage, the presence of mind, and the discipline, willpower to be able to put in place the true habits that will change your life from what it is right now, if that life is not serving you well. Thank you.